North Korea says it has successfully tested a long-range intercontinental missile. It is the first time North Korea has claimed to have successfully tested an intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM, which could potentially have the range to reach the U.S. mainland. Earlier, the U.S. said a missile landed in the Sea of Japan, but that it did not pose a threat to North America. North Korea has increased the frequency of its missile tests, raising tensions. An announcement on North Korea state television said a Hwasong-14 missile was tested on Tuesday, overseen by leader Kim Jong-un. The announcement said the projectile reached an altitude of 2,802 kilometers, 1,731 miles, and flew 933 kilometers before hitting a target in the sea. Earlier, the U.S. Pacific Command said it was an intermediate-range missile. While Pyongyang has appeared to have made progress, experts believe North Korea does not have the capability to accurately target a place with an ICBM, or miniaturize a nuclear warhead that can fit onto such a missile. The big question is, what range does this missile have? Could it hit the United States? One expert already thinks that it might be able to reach Alaska but not the lower states. David Wright, a physicist with the Union of Concerned Scientists, said, if the reports are correct, that same missile could reach a maximum range of roughly 6,700 kilometers, 4,160 miles, on a standard trajectory. That range would not be enough to reach the lower 48 states or the large islands of Hawaii, but would allow it to reach all of Alaska. It's not just a missile that North Korea would need, but also the ability to protect a warhead as it re-enters the atmosphere, and it's not clear if North Korea can do that. On the prospect of North Korea being able to strike the U.S., President Trump tweeted in January, "It won't happen. The truth is that it might. Most experts think within 5 years, probably less." What would President Trump do then? South Korea's President Moon Jae-in has called on the UN Security Council to take steps against North Korea. He has ordered security and diplomatic officials to seek Security Council measures in close cooperation with the country's allies, including the United States, his chief press secretary Yoon Young-chan told reporters. Earlier, Japan's chief cabinet secretary Yoshihide Suga said, North Korea's repeated provocations like this are absolutely unacceptable. PM Shinzo Abe said Japan would unite strongly with the U.S. and South Korea to put pressure on Pyongyang. U.S. President Donald Trump also responded swiftly on Tuesday. On his Twitter account, he made apparent reference to North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, saying, "Does this guy have anything better to do with his life? Hard to believe that South Korea and Japan will put up with this much longer. Perhaps China will put a heavy move on North Korea and end this nonsense once and for all." He has repeatedly called on China, Pyongyang's closest economic ally, to pressure North Korea to end its nuclear and missile programs. Meanwhile, Beijing called for calm and restraint following the latest test, according to Reuters. Foreign Ministry spokesman Zhang Shuang said China was opposed to North Korea going against clear UN Security Council resolutions on its missile launches.